Hello mates and welcome back to a new Forza Horizon 5 video. Today we will check out Rami's racing history. That's a new story within playlist series 11. So yeah, if you want to play it yourself, you have 23 days left to do so. Let's have a look onto the festival playlist. So as you can see over here on the right, Rami's racing history, that's the thing we will go for in this video. And you can see it is also part of the summer wet season, so if you want to 100% complete it, yeah, you don't need to complete it right now, but until the end of the playlist series, so yeah. So that's the thing we go for. Let's have a look onto the map. Over here you can already see it, made in Mexico. Rami invites you to celebrate Mexico's rich history of car culture, starting with a homegrown sports car, the 2017 Vool 05RR. Yeah, actually I'm not sure if we are going to 100% complete it. I actually don't think so. So this is more likely to show you the story. I will 100% it sometime later. But yeah, I would definitely like to share with you the story of this season. So let's go.
Hey, amigo. Remember that thing I said I needed help with? This is it. You in?
Of course. What do you need?
Excellent. Come meet me near Muleje.
Alright, then I would say let's go there. I set up some marker. Actually, this location is pretty far away. So we would need to travel 10.5 kilometers. I will just go for the fast travel, I think. So yeah, let's travel down to here. Let's drive the last 5 meters ourselves. With the Acura NSX, a car that I recently upgraded myself, and I really like it, as S1 900. Actually, I removed the rear wing, so it doesn't have that much of grip, but it is very
You have arrived at your destination.
legal anyway. And yeah, here we are. Horizon story made in Mexico. Let's start it. So we can already see there is 9 different chapters. I will try to set up some timestamps in the video, so if you like you can also skip to some different chapters of the story, but yeah, we will start off with chapter 1, made in Mexico.
Hi, Rami. What's the plan?
Okay. Hear me out. Beautiful Mexican supercar. Beautiful Mexican roads. Promoting the Horizon Festival.
Do we need promoting? The festival seems to be doing okay.
It's Rami's Racing History Month. That's a totally official thing that I didn't just invent for the festival playlist.
Yeah, it's my favorite Mexican cultural event hosted by my mate Ramiro Luis Miron.
All right. I'll find someone else.
That's not what I said. Of course I'll help you.
I knew I could rely on you. Let's go! Whew. Let's get moving. Get some speed, then turn into the countryside. Really see what this car can do.
Right, we need to stay above 129 kilometers per hour.
In 400 meters, turn right.
You want to tell me about the car, don't you?
I thought you'd never ask! So, VUL is an abbreviation. It stands for Vehicles of Ultra Lightweight and High Performance. It was started by 2 brothers, Guillermo and Iker Echeverria. Yeah, great speed! Well, let's see how you handle some corners. The Vool 05 is a track-focused supercar, designed and produced in Mexico, but tested and optimized in the UK. I even think I saw one at the festival when I was over there. We're driving the pre-production version of the Vool 05RR, the even more track-focused version. Somehow, the designers reduced the weight by 65 kilos and increased the power to nearly 400 bhp. Then they lowered the engine by 50 millimeters to drop the center of gravity and improve cornering.
Impressive.
They're pretty serious about the ultralight part. The 05RR even has an option for titanium bolts, saving another 4.5 kilos.
What's the RR stand for?
Road and racing. The car was designed for an enhanced track experience, but remains road legal.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Less sightseeing, more going fast. Perfect. There's a couple of other things you can help out with, if it's not too much trouble.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you? Call me.
Yeah, this was not 100% perfect, so I think the freestyle should not be too difficult. But yeah, let's continue. And let's find out what's chapter 2.
I just got my hands on a piece of Mexican racing history. Wanna see?
Of course. I'm on my way.
There is another very far away target to travel. So let's use another time the fast travel to shorten this a little bit. And let's drive the last 5 meters. Okay, here we go.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Actually, there's some drift zone that I don't want to activate. Maybe we get something to drift if this chapter is starting inside a drift zone. So look, chapter 2. Buggy in the Baja. The HSmarc was built to conquer the Baja Peninsula and exceeded all expectations to become the definitive dune buggy. 4 minutes is the time target for the freestyles, 420 or 640 for the others. So let's go.
Let me guess. Today's episode of Mexican Automotive History with Ramiro is about the Baja 1000.
You are very perceptive, my friend. This dune buggy was the first car to race here. Let's take it for a spin. The Baja 1000 is probably the most prestigious race held in Mexico. Do you know how it all started?
I assume the HSmarc has something to do with it.
Correct again. The Baja 1000 started as a very elaborate marketing campaign for the car you're driving. But let me start from the beginning. On the 22nd of March, 1962, Dave Eakins and Billy Robertson did the first real Baja run. They went from Tijuana to La Paz in 39 hours, 56 minutes on new Honda CL72 Scrambler motorcycles. So they probably were a bit sore afterwards. They got a lot of media coverage though. A year later, Myers started to work on a prototype buggy he called Old Red in his garage in Newport Beach. It was based on the VW Beetle, and it paved the way for what we know as buggies. Cars that are built for off-roading using the Beetle as a donor chassis. But I guess they wanted even more publicity because in April 1967, Myers decided to make an attempt at breaking Eakins' record. And it worked! Myers did it in 34 hours and 45 minutes. Beating Eakins for more than 5 hours. The rivalry was known as Buggy beats Bike in Baja. Sounds like something you did back in the UK, doesn't it?
Looks like we have some longer trip coming up here.
Myers Manx became an overnight sensation as a result, and suddenly they were friendly races all across the Baja. It wasn't long before they realized they needed something more organized. And that was Mexican 1000. Guess who won the inaugural event?
HSmarc?
You're on fire today! Yes, in 27 hours and 38 minutes. The official race was 100 miles shorter than the original route, but it's still impressive. The Mexican 1000 was later renamed to the Baja 1000, and is run to this day.
Turn left. Turn left. In 100 meters, turn left.
I love that story. My abuela used to tell it to me at least once a year.
Right, here we go, chapter complete. 2 stars. I'm missing out by 13 seconds, so definitely need to speed up a little bit more over here.
Hey, come quick! Papa Fernando needs your help!
Okay. I'll be right there.
Okay, I'll be right there. Just give me the fast travel. So we got to get, somewhere near Hotel Castillo.
You have arrived at your destination.
Right, here we go. Chapter 3 is Viva el Vocho. Rami has invited fellow Vocho owners to take part in a Grand Carrera through the streets of Guanajuato. 2:30 is the goal for 3 stars and 2:45 for the 2 stars. So, let's go.
Oh, right. I get it now.
To be honest though, it was me who needed your help, not Papa Fernando.
I can't fault that logic. Who are the other racers?
It's this new street racing crew that's been hanging around. I think they're here to see what you can do. Let's show them. Oy, he's eager. But this isn't really a street race. There's no checkpoints, just the finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City. And there were lines to come and see this new car. Keep it up. We'll win this. Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car. But a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us. And in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By '62, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in '71, El Vocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Vochos were imports, or CKDs. But in 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica, and back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen sedan Última Edición rolled off the production line and went home to the Volkswagen Museum in Wolfsburg. Nice overtake!
Right, looks like I messed up the AIs somehow. But yeah, it goes.
Now that's more like it! Eso, Bochito, eso! So loved was the Vocho that it eventually outsold the Ford Model T to become the world's best-selling car. And was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim on that title in recent years, but none are so timeless and unchanged as the Vocho.
To the finish.
That is a great car. Probably the most iconic car in all of Mexico. Ay, es increíble que un auto tan pequeño deje un vacío tan grande. Adiós, sedan. Thanks. I'll call you when I've got that next one ready.
That was only 1 star. Definitely far away from perfect. But yeah, we will just continue. Check out what's the next chapter, chapter 4.
I have a brilliant idea.
Another one. What happened to the previous idea?
This one is better. Meet me in town.
Got to meet him in town. 11.2 kilometers to go. Go with the next fast travel.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Alright, chapter number 4 is Through Vieras. Following in the footsteps of the Beetle, the Volkswagen Golf also enjoyed a long and successful life in Mexico, but which generation was best? We will find out. So we have 50,000 points to go for the 3 stars, 35 for the 2 stars. Go.
I have 2 cars here. A first-generation Volkswagen and a 7th-generation Volkswagen Golf. Made in Mexico for almost half a century. Sadly, they stopped building them in 2021. But we can still race them. What do you say? To make it fair, I will give you a chance to make an informed choice. Let's go for a test drive. And I've got lots to tell you about Volkswagen Mexico. Volkswagen Mexico headquarters are in Puebla City. It started production in 1967 with the famous Beetle. As we call it, the Vocho. VW made multiple attempts at replacing the famous Beetle with newer models, but all of them failed way short of achieving the production figures until the Volkswagen Golf came into play. The first generation was released in Mexico as the Volkswagen Caribe, and had quite a few variations, including the Golf GTI you're driving right now. VW engineers, inspired by the Beetle GSR, designed and prototyped the Golf in secret as a Skunk Works project. Little did they know that the Golf GTI would become the hot hatch.
Alright, just had an eye for the target, skill score target of 500 points. So here we are at the destination.
Shall we jump 40 years in the future and try the 7th generation? The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. All right. Enough driving around. Let's go head to head, after you've had a chance to rest.
Alright, I should have drifted a little bit more around. Now, actually on the first race we didn't do that many over E-drifts or anything, so yeah. Actually if you just drive around the track you wouldn't do that many points, but yeah, let's continue. Let's find out what chapter 5, a head-to-head race, maybe with Rami. Right, there are two different things we could go for, the Timeless MK1, or we could go for the powerful MK 7.5. Both are, so I don't know. So we have a 1 minute 45 race over here. We go for the time, and same over here. So actually, if you would ask me, I would like the MK3 the most, but yeah, I think the MK1 is closer to the MK3 than the MK7.
I'm a fair man. I'll let you choose. Which Golf do you want to drive for our little race?
I'll take the Golf GTI.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
It's not too far away. In this case, we will just drive to this location.
400 meters. Turn left. Turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, the Timeless MK1. Obviously, we'll also need to freestyle the MK7.5 later on. But let's follow it over here with the MK1.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long.
Alright, we got to drive against the MK7.5. 5 kilometers to go. Always keeping an eye on the minimap where to go, because I don't have the drive lines here. That's also what made it...
I see what you're doing, but you still can't win.
That's what also made it a little bit more difficult in this Guanajuato race with the Forza Vito. Right. Forward sharp left turn. I braked a little bit earlier. Okay. And here we are, building up to the finish line with a big lead. Most likely not enough to freestyle it.
What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat.
Yeah. Actually, what is pretty cool about the Golf GTI first edition or MK1, it is super light, so that's not a surprise. It is still able to keep up with some other cars. Maybe not in terms of top speed, of course, but...
I have a story to tell you, my friend. About the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp? I'll pick you up.
We go for the next fast travel over here.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
So, living a La Vida Loba, Rami has a story to tell about a wild wolf in the swamp.
That's the old wolf.
No, no. That's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris. And I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
Alright, here we go with some Ford truck. There is some damage meter, so we shouldn't wreck the car.
Careful there!
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
This car is too old for this kind of driving!
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
See? Got it here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. You get to explain to Haley why she's paying to repair my granddad's car. And now, let me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that's a hecking good wolf.
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. But no, it's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No, no. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. The Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150.
Yeah, it does earn skill score in the area. Actually, I don't know where the area is ending, maybe. But yeah. Anyway, it's a pretty cool car, the Ford F-150 Raptor. You only need to pay attention to not hit anything. Otherwise, the skill score is getting erased. There's 30 seconds left to score some more good points. I think we are way below. Let's find it out. 12 seconds. Here we go.
Great. Job's done. And the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F100 back to the garage.
And here we go. Made it at 150k. Good points. No idea what was the maximum needed for the 3 stars. Oh, that was definitely a nice mission.
I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over.
Alright, 1,400 horses. Now let's get there. Unfortunately, we need to drive a little bit off-road with the Carrera NSX here. But what could it be? 1,400 horses. Is it the Bugatti Chiron, maybe? I don't know. Kind of wondering because some car built in France and not in Mexico.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Alright, back on the street. 2.5 kilometers to go. It's like, is it on the airstrip or where are we going right now? Definitely deep in the forest.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Over here.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, Muchos Caballos. Let's have a look. What was it over here? 150k, so I just made it on point. Muchos Caballos. Experience the Mustang Mach-E. Oh, the Mustang Mach-E. Alright, the horse that goes like lightning. 2 minutes 15 to go.
I know you've got one of these. Somehow. So you know a little bit about what you're in for. Let's go! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead.
Alright, let's do this. I will stick it to AWD, all-wheel drive. Makes this car a little bit more stable.
This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach-1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach-E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. Hey, I have to keep this back. Be careful with it. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlán Assembly does a range of options for the Mach-E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. Hey! This isn't your Mac E. Be careful with it. I have to give it back. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. And there we go. Sunrise over the sea. Beautiful. But we're not done. There's one more thing to look at. I'll let you know as soon as I have, found it.
Ah, we closely missed it. 2:16, so less than 2 seconds. Yeah, let's go on. What's the last chapter, the final chapter? Maybe something else with the Mustang Mach-E?
Okay, this one will be epic. I found a Porsche Carrera. You know what that means?
Racing? And what do you mean, found?
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
Right. We're also a little bit more far away, so we go one more time for fast travel to Guanajuato.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 100 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Right, Carrera Panamericana. Rami pays tribute to the Carrera Panamericana, the most grueling classic rally of all time.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin. Guess he wanted one last race. Let's do this!
Here we go with the Porsche Carrera 911. And the last chapter of Rami's racing history.
The original Panamericana ran from 1950 to 1954, originally celebrating the opening of the Mexican section of the longest road in the world, the Panamericana Highway. The first race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I'd know anything about that. 2,178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevation from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider and came third overall. He was sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016, staying true to the original races with high-speed road stages. The routes for the race were carefully selected every year by planning committee and local government to ensure they were race-worthy and that they can be closed up for 2 hours. You could almost say they've been preparing for the festival for a very long time. This is Jamin's exit. It's been fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Great race. Almost like we did a little Panamericana with a friend. Anyways, hope you had fun with this little stroll through cars hechos en Mexico.
It was great! And let me know if you, find any other cars like that.
Yes, here we go. Yeah, actually, this was definitely not a perfect run. Time could be better, but it's already enough for the 3 stars over here. In between, I have already also finished all the other chapters at 3 stars. And yeah, that was the very last chapter of Rami's racing history. So yeah, I think for today we are done. Let's have a look. So if you want to replay any of the missions, you can just go over here.
Hey, amigo. Remember that thing I said I needed help with? This is it. You in?
Of course! What do you need?
Excellent. Come meet me near Mulegé.
And over here you can just select any of the missions you want to replay. So yeah, pretty funny story. Nice to learn something new about Volkswagen in Mexico. And for today, that's it. I think maybe to finish off this video we should do some wheel spin and then I'm out. Let's have a look. Here we are. Maybe something good. Nope, this was only the credits. One line above we had some really nice cars. Let's try it again. Maybe we are a little bit more luckier right now. And yes, there we go. The Ford Shelby Cobra 427 legendary car. Kinda pricey car, nice to have, so yeah, let's collect this. And here we go. So actually, is this a new car for my collection? Yes, it is. Didn't have this car before. Kinda cool. Let's claim the price over here. 10,000 XP. Yeah, now I got both of the Shelbys inside my garage. Let's change the car. Let's have a look onto the Shelby. And here we go. Yeah, 2.1 million. Of course, not as expensive as the Cobra Daytona Coupe, but yeah, still 2 million of credits worth. So yeah, let's jump into this car, and yeah, then that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again